This is the 22nd video for those who have vows or promises or are considering those wonderful states of life, who have this sort of spiritual aloneness that comes from those promises or that contemplation. And so let's take a moment just to sit quietly here in the presence of the Lord. The passage that I've chosen comes from Brother Lawrence in his practice of the presence of God. God does not ask much of us, merely a thought of him from time to time, a little act of adoration, sometimes to ask for his grace, sometimes to offer him your sufferings, at other times to thank him for the graces past and present he has bestowed on you. In the midst of your troubles, to take solace in him as often as you can. Lift up your heart to him during your meals and in company. The least little remembrance will always be the most pleasing to him. One need not cry out very loudly. He is nearer to us than we think. So Brother Lawrence stresses for us the very simplicity of our communication with God. The fact that we have promised ourselves in a way to God's service and love means that we want to open ourselves throughout our day, which are our days which are consecrated to God. And by doing that in adoration or in inviting God into our sufferings or in praising God in moments of happiness, in adoration, whatever it is, we want this very simple communication, as he says, which I think is so powerful. The least little remembrance will always be the most pleasing to him. And it's not that we need to have deep and powerful conversations with God, although that may happen to us, but that during our day, these small moments of sensing God's presence, of inviting God into our lives, of taking a pause to realize that we are engaged in God's work. We're engaged in a world that is filled with the presence of God, and that God, in fact, is nearer to us, as he says, than we think. And that allows the aloneness that we have vowed to bear deep fruit, because we are bringing that presence of God that's so much a part of our lives into our awareness. And by it being in our awareness, it allows us to rest as completely as we can in the love, the mercy, the goodness of God.